Hi guys, my name is Simon Wilson and I'm hoping you've stopped in this video based on the title. I'm looking forward to trying or to attempting to do one hell of a run. It's 100 kilometers, 30 hours, and I'm doing it as a diabetic with only 13 weeks worth of preparation. Can it be done? That's the question, and obviously we're going to find out, I'm hoping. I think so. You know, I've been told that if you're a really strong hiker, this is something that you could get through, and I'm talking about a really strong hiker. The reality to it is, though, that the guys that are running this race are elite athletes. I'm not. I'm 40 years old, type 1 or insulin-dependent diabetic. I have been for several years. I weigh 100 kilograms as I sit here now and talk to you, which is probably 20, 30 kgs more than any of the other athletes that will be partaking in this race. I have a few options around it. I can do a 65k as opposed to the 100k, but 100k is what I want to do. And I don't necessarily want to do it for myself. Yes, of course I do. A little bit crazy like that maybe, but I want to prove a point. And the point is to the people out there. The point is to the diabetics who believe that they can't do it. And they believe this because they've been told this, they've seen it on TV, they've read a book. They just don't have the self-confidence. They feel a little overweight and they don't know what to do with themselves. You know, with a little bit of preparation, hard work, dedication, some support, even if it's a support system that's over the YouTube, you can achieve, I want to say, pretty much anything. This is a little drastic, of course, but I figured this is the best way for me to get something across. I really want to encourage people to get out there and do something different. Put their minds to the test a little bit, put their bodies to the test, and ultimately shape a different future for you. If you were to put in the effort, and I'm talking 2 or 3 or 4 times a week, where you get up and you go for a walk around the block, if you actually do no physical activity, or go for a run every now and then, it'll change your life for the better. You will become a better person for it. You will live healthier and you will be happier. So just to talk about the run, as I say, it's 100 kilometers. It starts at Lady Grey, and I believe the ascent from there is several hundred meters over the first 7 kilometers. And then you run through the mountains for the next 93 k's. There are 9 checkpoints. Several of them have medical checkpoints, which is great from my point of view. Being the diabetic that I am, I have no idea how altitude is going to affect me. I have no idea if my nutrition is going to be where it needs to be. I hope so. I do know that an elite athlete, if they get their nutrition wrong, it's a bit of a bummer. As I say, I'm by no means an elite athlete. I just need to do this. I need to get out there. I need to show the world that changing is possible regardless of who you are. Anyway, so yeah, I got 89 days as of today to be ready for this race. I have been running in the last couple of weeks. I've got a great athletes coach, Adrian LaRue, who's got a pedigree that you would sell at a horse race sort of scenario. And I've got some good support around it as well. You know, my family's been there. They encouraged me. They've always encouraged me to do things. I've got some great friends who are athletes, maybe not running athletes as such, but they are professional athletes, and they're behind me. They understand the mental fatigue that comes along with an adventure like this, and they also understand the strain that the bodies take on it. So to say thanks to Marlies Stander and Monet van der Berg for putting it out there and trying to assist me in getting the right sort of nutrition, or finding a balance to get some sort of nutrition. I really appreciate it, guys. Thanks very much. And that being said, you know, they are a part of the Atomic Nutrition Group, which is this, and I have managed to get the proteins from them. We'll see as we go forward if we can sort of pick up more nutritional valued products. I'm going to need it. I have no doubt that I'll be carrying more weight in terms of nutrition than the elite athlete, just based on my sugars. And sugars are going to be a challenge. If I run with the sugar too high, hypoglycemia is a problem. If it drops too quickly, hypoglycemia is a problem. There's a fine balance between all of this, and we're trying to figure it out over the next, I think it's now 11 weeks to go before race day. I hope I get there. So, basic tools needed for the run. I'm going as basic as I can. I got myself a pair of old running shoes that I have used for the last 6 or 7 years. Very comfortable on the road, which is great. I've got to get mileage under the legs, and I'm doing that at the moment. When we get closer to the trail runs and to getting onto the mountains, I'll have to change up that and get myself a proper trail running pair. There is a difference, obviously, and I'll need to run them in. It's not something that I'm going to do on race day. I will get the shoes 5 weeks beforehand and then run them in and get used to them as I start to venture more and more into the mountains and practice my running. This is going to be a challenge. I'm excited about it. I'm a little bit nervous, to be honest, as well. As a diabetic, 40-year-old man, 13 weeks worth of preparation. See where we go. Tomorrow I'm on the road. I'm going to do a couple of kilometers. I want to blog this as I go, or vlog this as I go along. Just so you guys can see what I'm trying to experience. This is no fairy tale. I don't expect a fairy tale ending. It's going to be impossible to get something like that. I want to finish this race within the 30 hours. I know it's going to hurt. My training is going to hurt. I know mentally I am going to question everything about myself during the run and during the training. So as I said, tomorrow I'm on the road. I'm going to sort of try and show what my nutrition is like leading up to a run, even those shorter runs of 4 or 5 kilometers on a day. Show what my sugar is like just before the run and how that run affects my body and my sugar during the course of the distance, and then talk about it afterwards. I hope you guys come back, have a look. If not, why not get on the roads and go for a walk the day I go for a run? It'll be something different. Not saying you need to run 10, 20 or 30 kilometers. Go around the block. Every time I go around the block and change your life. Cheers.